What's Yeonmi's story? Because I also went down her story pipeline until things didn't make sense. Why is she like this? I think like Yeonmi Park comes from a long line of like defectors from DPRK, the True Korea, the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, that take advantage of the viable industry, like this massive industry of like saying the most unhinged about North Korea. But she has taken it so far like that it's not just like taking real awful traumatic parts of existing under like a country that is been under this like insane blockade for in perpetuity, a country that was completely eviscerated by Western forces. Instead of just talking about like the regular existence and how horrifying it is, being dirt poor, right? Which some people do, and that's understandable. She has taken it the next level to the next fucking level. Oh, this was the funniest Yeonmi Park moment. Wow. This is my favorite one. Other than when she said Columbia University is like North Korea. When she said that woke culture in Columbia University reminded me of the horrific realities of like living under the North Korean dictatorship's oppressive thumb. So that was fucking awesome. But this one is really funny because it's so like transparently white American racist coded. Here, let's just watch.
I was robbed on the street in Chicago in front of my son by black women. This girl was punching me and took my wallet out. And I was trying to call the cop on this and people surrounding me, looking at me, screaming at me. Why are you doing this? You're a racist. Why are you doing this? Why are you... Because I was trying to call the cops on these thieves. That I'm the problem. Because they can never be oppressed, right? Because of their skin color.
Bro, you're North Korean. What the f*** do you know about like anti-black racism? You learned it yesterday. You are trying so hard to LARP. Like, you mean? Oh, they need to be oppressed. They need to be oppressed. These are terms. This is like shit that you would hear from a lady named Barbara. Okay, that can't even be a real story. Yeah, no shit, dude. What do you mean? No, she definitely got robbed and punched by a black woman, as she says, in Chicago. And then, people surrounded her and said, you're the racist one.
I don't deserve justice. I don't deserve compassion because of my skin color in America. I mean, this is another side of madness.
They have their own race. I'm not an Asian. I'm Kim Il-sung race. Oh. That's what they told. I never seen the map of the world. They don't tell me I'm Asian.
But can't you also be Asian?
I don't know what Asia is. They don't show us a map. Wow. We don't know what the world looks like.
Bro, Americans are so dumb, dude. It's awesome. You can literally say anything about North Korea to an American and they will believe it. Unless it's like a positive thing and then they won't believe it. But like you can say anything negative about North Korea or China to an American person. They will be like, oh my God. What? There's no maps? What? Did Andrew believe it? I literally texted him after this. I was like, bro, I hope you fucking realize that. Like, I literally texted him. I was like, I hope the heavies didn't fucking captivate you so much that you legitimately believe a thing that she's saying. Like, come on, dog. Like, this shit is so insane. Like, come on.
Today, we are joined by an app.
I'm not going to watch all 3 hours. I just want to see some of the best ones, okay? Eating bugs and rats.
Now, I would like to kind of go over some of your life story for the people that aren't familiar with you.
Yeah.
Is that cool?
Yeah, totally.
Okay, so you grew up in Calabasas, right?
Next to the Kardashians.
Yeah, next to the Kardashians.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. That I did not know. Okay.
Yeah.
Yo, men are so trash, dog. Straight up. For real. On God. Doesn't matter. We are trash. She has done more anti-North Korean propaganda in the most unhinged ways than like the entire Western media apparatus has over the course of many, many years. I am going to be anti-materialist on this. I'm sorry, but you get like fucking Botox and breast augmentation and you pop off, okay? Libertarians will literally believe anything you tell them. She just like, that's it. They're like, what? North Koreans eat rats? Oh my God, totally, dude. They're definitely always eating rats, 100%.
No. So you're born in North Korea.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
That's kind of wild. What was the city that you were born in?
Hasan.
Hasan.
It's a northern part of North Korea.
Northern part of North Korea. Okay.
Are you going there on the next tour?
No, I don't think that they don't do comedy shows there, do you?
So I think that's the thing, like in North Korea, I knew about comedy, but in comedy, they have to glorify the dictators, like their leaders in their community.
You can do that.
Yeah.
So I was like so shocked in America, people can make fun of everything
Yeah.
or themselves or anything.
Yeah.
So
Some people's entire act is making fun of leaders.
Yeah.
That's all they do is make fun of.
Well, there's a dinner that they have every year where you make fun of the president.
and the president is there.
And the president has to be there and then get made fun of in front of everybody in the
didn't
world.
get executed.
No execution. Crazy,
what a
right?
question, dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
She's faking it, dude. Come on. Wow. No, the people don't get executed for making fun of the president? Wow. Oh, that's not what it's like in North Korea. Bro, this is literally me at basketball camp, coming from fucking Turkey, and the dudes at basketball camp, all the cool kids being like, oh, damn, Turkey's the real hood. They blow up bombs and shit like it was fucking Baghdad. And me going, maybe it is like that. Me taking fucking stolen valor of like war-torn fucking Fallujah because like it just, it just upped my street cred at fucking basketball camp. Yeah. Wow. Except I wasn't a fucking full-fledged adult. I was like 13, okay?
So you grow up there, okay? And your life is incredibly difficult growing up there. I mean, even accessing food is incredibly.
She has been in the U.S. nearly as long as you, Lamau. She moved here in 2009. Wait, what? That's when I moved here. To be fair, Andrew was this receptive to me too, and I got them titties too. So I think at least Andrew is like consistent with when faced with like heavies. He has the same perspective no matter what. I told him I danced on the fucking rooftops in New Jersey on 9/11, and he believed it. You know what I mean?
What's your favorite insect? Like if you had to rank them.
We grasshoppers.
Grasshoppers, right? Yeah.
They are very chunky meat. I mean,
Yes.
dragonflies is not much to eat.
Not much there,
Yeah, yeah.
right? Harder to catch too.
We use a spider web. So we make a little bit around the wire and we go through a lot of spider webs. So we mix a lot of nets and then we catch them. Like it's easy.
With spider web?
Yeah.
Wow.
So August is the dragonfly season, so we catch
So everybody's
everywhere.
eating good in August.
So you're like
Yeah,
bears.
yeah.
You eat in August and then you just starve for the next months of the year.
It's funny enough, that's why we call spring is a season of death.
Wait, really?
Because in spring, a lot of plants don't grow. It's not quite the time, like this right now, February, March is the hardest.
It's always so funny because like she'll be like, yeah, we make a grasshopper trap through spider webs. And that's why we advocate for the genocide of the West. Or that's how genocide happens in North Korea. It's like she literally sucks the life out of the conversation and immediately brings it back to like some insane shit.
Now, you also told that story on Rogan about eating the rats.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then you saw even kids eating rats.
yeah,
And then the rats eating the kids.
Once
also.
they died, yeah.
yeah.
I mean, unbelievable. This is
Yeah. Yeah, dog. Unbelievable. Because it is. Oh, dude. Wait, unbelievable. You're telling me kids eat the rats and then the rats eat the kids? Unbelievable. Yeah, because it's made up.
Is there a way to prepare it? Like, is there like a dish? I mean this honestly. Like, is there a
Yeah.
way that what is the best rat dish?
So rat dish depends. Like if the people have a lot of TB, tuberculosis, right?
Right.
I mean, I had and my sister, everybody knows.
Everybody gets TB.
From malnutrition.
Right.
So in that case, we need to boil it. So we skin it and then get the intestines out.
No.
And then we boil it and then until the bones become.
What's wrong?
I'm just imagining cooking those rats is crazy.
She's not trolling them. This is like her book, dog. That's what she talks about. This is the entire fucking thing about her grift. Like, do I believe that people in North Korea sometimes eat rats? Sure, certainly. Many people in poverty-stricken areas are, that are subjected to the horrifying conditions that they are subjected to as a consequence of Western imperialist forces eviscerating their fucking country. Sometimes do shit like that for survival. I do believe it. So not everything she says is like completely patently balls. I don't know how she like actually got over her tuberculosis though.
Your mother was sold to mentally retarded farmers, right? Now, were you saying that in terms of like we say, oh, they're mentally retarded, like people that are stupid, or they were actually they were mentally ill people, like that. They
Yeah.
were
Actually can't function. They cannot put their pants on. Like, they like limp, like actual physically sick, and in their head also sick people.
And they worked as farmers, or they owned a farm or something like that?
So they, my mom was sold several times. So one time she was sold to this family, and of course the son couldn't function. He was very disabled, but the parents and
They
had a
where?
farm. It was like I think.
I don't understand. Is this true or is it? Or I don't know if this is true or not, but like I don't really understand why this would be happening. Why are there like somehow just a flock of like farmers with like mental disabilities? And also like how do they have like the financial viability of like purchasing sex slaves? Why do they need sex slaves? I don't understand what like it could be real. I don't really know. But what would be the purpose of all this? How does she know about all this? She was still a child. I don't know. Maybe she like remembers it. I don't fucking know.
So there is two types of crime in North Korea called political crime and economic crime. So political crime is where what you do, you make fun of the president.
Yeah.
That kills 8 generations
That's
of
a
your
bigger
life.
deal.
8 generations.
It's like literally one guy, the top official, escaped. More than 30,000 people got
Saw you say that.
sent to prison camp. They did not even know they were related to that guy because they're so far out from in-laws of the in-laws.
What is she say? 8 generations? 30,000 people? This is what I mean. Like, is there sex trafficking happening with like refugees? 100%. That part of the story is kind of believable. I don't know to what extent. But then 8 generations, what do you mean? Like, so what? Like someone is 350 years old in fucking North Korea and they have been arrested because of their grandson? Like their great grandson? Like what the fuck does that mean? Why does one man have 8 generations including like 30,000 people? How does no one do the math quickly and go, 8 generations? What the fuck do you mean? It's like the same principle behind in North Korea, they don't fucking have trains. They actually have to use humans to pull the trains. You're like, what?
Here it would take like 1 hour to go the other place. In North it take a month at least to go because there's no electricity. And sometimes people have to push the train.
They have to push the train.
Yeah. Traveling in North Korea. So,
Yeah. I love the fucking response always from like debate lords nowadays is that they'll be like, well, technically strongmen pull wagons. Yeah, for 20 seconds. And it's a wagon, you idiot. Not a fucking literal freight train that has humans sitting inside of it for an extended period of time. Why are you trying to justify this? Why? Why are you this stupid?
So he criticized the regime over there, and then they just scooped up his entire family, 35,000 people that were related to him, and that's how they sent the message. Now, those people, they go to, you said there are 3 different...
35,000 people related to him? What the fuck are you saying, dude? What? Dude, you hear the words coming out of your mouth. Your ears are capable of hearing it. Your brain is capable of processing this information. How? What? Like, what was it? This guy was a real dynamo, dude. He was just fucking. This guy was the Genghis Khan of North Korea, dude.
Gosh.
Prison camp is where my father sent over 10-year sentence. Political prison camp is a lifetime sentence, but when you go to political prison camp, you don't last more than 3 months. It's like Nazi Germany is, gas chamber. They work you to death. They ask you to clean the debris of nuclear weapon, those testing sites. That's why
So
they
you
need.
get all the cancer, you get...
Of course.
Oh,
and they need all these people to keep testing nuclear weapons and then clean those debris afterwards.
Oh my God.
30,000 people for one crime would only take 865 crimes to jail the entire population of North Korea. Yeah, except if you ask her, she's going to be like, yeah, in North Korea, everyone is in jail, actually. Everyone is in jail and cleaning up the nuclear debris from their very successful nuclear launch programs. They've enriched a lot of uranium. Hey, Kaya. Oh my God. Oh my God, she is so used to living in the lap of luxury. It's not even It's not even a joke anymore. Like 3 seconds in the pen and she's like, no, get me out right now. What? That's literally from Wikipedia. You can look up most of the stuff. Most isn't ridiculous and is spoken about by other people. Oh my God. My friend, I'm making fun of all of the fucking news media that says this shit as well. You're talking about a mathematical impossibility. It doesn't matter if it says it on Wikipedia and like Radio Free Asia is like writing about it. Wait, are you defending North Korea? No. I don't want to live in North Korea. I think North Korea is like a pretty fucking shitty place to live. And I do think that North Korea absolutely has an authoritarian form of governance. But that doesn't mean I'm going to fucking forget about math if we're going to have this conversation. 8 generations is like 200 fucking years, man. Oh my God. Modern examples of North Korea of kin punishment, under which 3 to 8 generations of a political offender's family can be summarily imprisoned or executed. Such punishment is the base of the Internal Workers' Party protocols. Do I think your children can get punished if you run away? 100%. Do I think your parents can get punished if you run away? 100%. There aren't 8 generations to punish. Like up to 3 totally makes sense. Why don't you just say that? Here, let's track this. Let's trace this. Okay, clicked on the citation. It's from Hawk David, the Hidden Gulag. Reports from David Hawk, a report from the Committee for Human Rights in North Korea. Let's see what the Committee for Human Rights in North Korea is. Let's see if I can trace this like 1 generation. How many generations removed is this from, like, I don't know, some fucking CIA funding? Committee for Human Rights in North Korea, Connecticut Avenue, Washington, D.C. About the Committee for Human Rights in Korea. In October 2001, a distinguished group of foreign policy and human rights specialists launched the Committee for Human Rights in North Korea to promote human rights in that country. HRNK seeks to raise awareness to publish well-documented research that focuses on international attention on North Korean human rights conditions, which have been so closed off from the rest of the world. The committee studies have established its reputation and leading role in growing international network of organizations committed to opening up and promoting reform and transition in North Korea. The committee's reports have addressed many of the fundamental human rights issues in North Korea in its 2003 report, The Hidden Gulag. Formerly known as the U.S. Committee for Human Rights in North Korea, is a Washington, D.C.-based non-NGO, of course, seeks to raise awareness about the conditions, founded by a group of foreign policy and human rights specialists. They held its first major conference on North Korean human rights to launch its publication, The Hidden Gulag. Past involvement from its inception, they've held themselves as a nonpartisan holder of expertise on North Korea in the United States. Early members of the board of directors include individuals with varying political affiliations and policy prescriptions, including Chuck Downs, Nicholas Eberstadt of the American Enterprise Institute, Carl Gershman, the president of the National Endowment for Democracy. Oh, there it is. Morton I. Abramowitz, former president of the Carnegie Endowment for International Peace think tank. Samantha Power. Oh, of course, Samantha Power, one of Obama administration's proponents of the 2011 military intervention in Libya. There you go, dude. The association to the CIA is not that fucking hard. Look at that. Co-sponsor of the Gulf War. Board of directors includes Representative Stephen J. Solaris, co-sponsor of the 1991 Gulf War, and Ambassador James Lilly, a CIA agent 30 years in Asia, worked in Laos to undermine the communist insurgency and helped insert a number of CIA agents into China from the Reagan administration. It took me 3 seconds of fucking Googling to find 8 generations of CIA members that have built this fucking institution. Here's how this works. If you join the CIA, you are forever a CIA agent. There's no such thing as like former CIA. It's a meme at this point. So what do? First, you join the CIA, then you leave the CIA, you become an ambassador, or you become a part of the foreign policy apparatus in the United States of America through the State Department. You start making foreign policy decisions at the behest of the State Department. Then you turn around and you build think tanks. This is how it works. Those think tanks will then create, not very credible, but still the only kind of information that's coming out of these places, studies. Those think tank studies will then be written extensively as if it's a matter of fact in American news publications. And then those American news publications will blast this information everywhere into the fucking periphery. And then all of a sudden you got Wikipedia articles written about it. All of a sudden you have other articles being written about North Korea that then turn around and actually, point to the think tank studies. This is unironically the entire reason as to why, Alexa and Alex went to North Korea to get a fucking haircut. None of this means North Korea is a wonderful place to live. Of course it's not. It is, unfortunately, a nation that was blown to fucking bits. A nation that was, created, blown to fucking bits, and undermined for 8 unironic generations that it has existed for.
Now, when you're in China, you have this unbelievable journey to get to Mongolia.
Like, Yeonmi Park is such a fucking grifter that other North Korean defectors that have written books about defecting from North Korea look to her and say, she's out of her fucking mind. Just understand, which is exactly the difference between 3 generations versus 3 to 8 generations. Like, it's like shit like that. That's my point here. But you're so willing and so ready to consume anything and everything that, like, you believe stuff like, yeah, there's a 1,000-year curse that was placed upon my family by Kim Jong-un, who's farting on all my babies. Also, obviously, no one, especially now someone like Andrew, who's like a funny comedian guy, wants to come across like a fucking asshole when someone is talking about being sex trafficked into like farmers in China. You're not going to turn around and be like, that sounds kind of crazy. Can you please explain a little bit further? Like, no one's going to say that. That's the whole point. It's good propaganda for that reason. Even the fucking edge parts about it that like are very clearly embellished and very clearly lies is like, you're not going to turn around and be like, wait a minute, 8 generations? Like, what the fuck's going on? You don't want to be that guy. That's the whole point. Even though I am that guy. And, you know, that's why a lot of people yell at me, including motherfuckers in my chat.
Now, okay, so the video, sometimes there are these videos you see coming out of North Korea. And they make North Korea look quite normal. It doesn't look rich, but it doesn't look as poverty-stricken as...
Because it's not. Because that's, oh my God. Look, North Korea after the collapse of the USSR is dramatically different than North Korea now, because no matter what happens, when there's fucking people living there, when there's a will, there's a goddamn way. That's it. It's not as bad. It's not as bad as the way the Western media fucking depicts it. That's it. That's all I'm stating. They're not eating hamburgers for every fucking meal like the people claim on Left Book. You know what I mean? They're not like, they don't have like Five Guys burgers and fries. But it's so stupid when people are just like, no, you don't understand, dude. Everything in Pyongyang is fucking fake, dog. People are just like getting assassinated in the fucking streets.
As people like you and others who have gone to actually lived in North Korea say. What do you say about these videos? Are they all like he'll bring up? Is it all faked? Is it all orchestrated to like trick the West? Like here, do you even recognize this place?
It's Pyongyang. It's the capital of North Korea. Yeah, do you see that everything is a propaganda banner?
Right.
Yo, that's crazy. Wait, what's happening? You got fucking little kids with drip. What the fuck's that about? None of them got the Kim Jong-un haircut. What's happening? I thought everybody had the Kim Jong-un haircut. She's gonna say they're on their. She's on her way to the rat store to get some rats, dude. Look, that bucket full of rats. So what happens like when she goes to Times Square and she sees like the American flag and the Go Army fucking ad next to one another? Does she go, wow, look at this insane propaganda? Like, how does that work? She's like, wow, this is just like North Korea? Of course not, because she's supposed to be doing reactionary propaganda, so obviously she would never fucking do that. Wow, look at all... Look at that American flag right there. And there's like always a fucking Go Army ad too.
There's no ad.
All of these. Oh, there's no advertisement.
Nobody can like get a glory other than dictator.
What does that say, that
Doesn't
first
look
time?
that bad.
It's like let's follow the party's order with everything that we have.
So are these places like...
That's kind of fire. I mean, DPRK is not even like really fucking communist or whatever, but goddamn, that's a sick looking banner. God fucking damn it, dude. I hate this shit. I hate it so much. It's like, it looks kind of cool. It's just like, all I'm saying is if America had banners like this, I would be more yee than I am currently, okay? It's like, look at how bad these cities are. They're walkable. I hate it.
Propped up by the regime to look nice, or are there some parts that are nicer and some parts that are more impoverished?
So Pyongyang is like have you guys watched the Hunger Games?
Yeah.
So it's like North Korea, like that. There's a capital and there's other districts.
So the capital looks nice.
Yeah, because that's called the heart of North Korea. Heart of the regime is Pyongyang.
Yeah, no shit. It's fucking poverty stricken. Of course. Please go to like Jacksonville, dude. Holy shit. Go to like a fucking Alabama town with no fucking working sewage and understand that like the concept that you're describing is literally identical to every place around the fucking planet where there's gigantic amounts of fucking income inequality.
So that's why regime says as long as we can keep 10% alive, which is in Pyongyang, we are not going to do anything until other people die off from this starvation, because it's easy to do socialism when you have less people.
Oh.
That's why they're starving us on purpose, to let us die.
Because it's less people to take care of.
Not taking it is control. They don't take care of us. It's easy to control less population, right? And also, if we are starving, we have no energy to fight back.
Right. And they would be worried about these other places coming and obviously trying to create some sort of revolution.
Yeah, so within North Korea, we have no freedom to travel to Pyongyang.
Oh, I was going to ask you, have you ever been to Pyongyang?
It's just weird because like they keep killing people, and yet their population has like steadily increased since the 1960s. So like, I guess they're just not doing a good enough fucking job killing people over and over again. You know what I mean? They still have like this willingness to live.
Where is the money coming into North Korea in order to prop up a city like that?
So first source is coming from selling weapons. They sell the nuclear strategy to Pakistan, Syria, those countries.
How did North Korea get a nuke?
Wait, what?
They got the technology from...
Wait, what? Wait, what the fuck? Yo, why? Every time she says some unhinged shit about North Korea, it literally sounds like she's pro North Korea. She's like, dude, they have the best nukes. North Korea, best nukes. Nobody fucking knows it. They have better nukes than America, actually. And they sold it to Pakistan, and they sold it to Syria, and they sold it to Iran. Pakistan had nukes before North Korea even had a nuclear program. What the fuck are you talking about, dude? What is she saying? It's like, well, they sold more nukes than the ones they have already. No, you don't understand. The intercontinental ballistic missile systems, that's North Korean, baby.
From Soviet Union in the 60s, 70s. So they have
they were
North Korea.
communists, yeah.
And the Soviets were propping them up before China.
Yeah.
If they didn't have the nuke, most people would probably just go in there and, do regime change or something like that. But the fact that they have the nuke, it's a very dangerous proposition.
Right.
Like, for example, if I'm China, right? Do I really want someone who I don't trust, who has nuclear weapons, leading a country, or do I want a puppet?
Oh, China is so grateful because North Korea makes them look good. I mean, imagine, like, without North Korea.
Yeah, it's like when a pretty girl has an ugly friend.
That's insane. That's so good, dude. That's awesome. Yeah, that's the reason. That's so stupid, dude. Yeah. China, very similar to North Korea. Also just as poverty-stricken. Please don't go there. Please don't travel there. Please don't look at like the millions of like readily available pieces of information that you can see from like, tier 1 cities or anything like that. Don't talk to any of your relatives that have went to China. They're all lying to you. Do not go to China. Do not see China. They're actually just as poor as North Korea, but like a little bit better than North Korea. That's why they need North Korea to exist.
I think people don't realize how dangerous a threat is, really, right? It's what I'm afraid of is already there. North Korea is too big to fail. Their nukes, they have a capability of attacking actually mainland America. And while we are getting...
Again, glazing. Okay, she's a double agent, dog. It's over. She's a double agent. No way. She says way too many insane things, just glazing up. Jusha gang, dude. Holy fuck. She's out here like, North Korea has ICBMs that are capable of hitting mainland America. They have the best nukes. They gave them to Pakistan. They gave them to Syria. Other countries with nuclear programs want nukes from Korea. They want it. It's the best Korea. The people are so strong. They live on a healthy diet of fucking rats and cockroaches and are capable of pulling trains. In North Korea, there is 130 million soldiers on the border, across the border, even though the country is actually only 26 million people. In North Korea, people live up to 400 years old, which is why the family is able to do 8-generational curse-style gulag imprisonment. In North Korea, the rats are strong. The children eat the rats, and then the rats eat the children. Even the rats are the strongest rats.
But even China has, I think,
yes,
relaxed their policy on capitalism for sure. right?
Not when it comes to control of the people. It got so bad.
But even recently, the people protested the COVID regulations, and then the government acquiesced. The government said, okay, fine, you guys want to go out there and get COVID? Go get some COVID. It's like the first time in like 100 years that this has happened where the government basically relented, yeah.
Right. I think that was new about COVID. Like that people really fed up in China.
Yeah.
But even till this day, like we have people trying to rescue North Koreans from China.
Yeah.
You cannot.
Yeah, it's really fucked up when the people of China are yearning for freedom and they're always like, please don't execute billionaires. Please don't throw them in jail. Or when they're like, please don't give us high-speed rail. And then the Chinese government does it anyway. And I'm sitting there and I'm going, man, that's really fucked up. God damn it, that's really fucked up. I get so upset and so offended on behalf of the Chinese population that's like, fuck, I really hate the rapid urbanization that has occurred in the past fucking 30 years in this country. They're always saying that. They're sitting in their fucking high-rise apartments going, oh, it was so much better. It used to be so much better here. This used to be a village. There was no working sewage system. It was fucking so sick. That's what they're always saying, and the Chinese government's like, nah, dog. Fuck you. You do get high-speed internet. You do get fucking high-speed rail. They're like, please, sir. Xi Jinping, please, stop building. I hate that.
Get on a bus without your ID and government authorization.
China has all that high-speed rail because billions of people are pulling it. Yeah, in China, everybody knows there are no high-speed rails. It's like literally the Chinese people pulling those planes.
You cannot go to the next town without going through a checkpoint. And it became everything is isolated prison within China, like North Korea.
I also think that, and this speaks to the North Korea, why it's so much more difficult to do in North Korea. I think that like China has a much bigger middle class. And I think when you have a much bigger middle class, they have more power.
Yeah, let's think. It almost feels like one country was not under mass embargo from the Western world that dictated that like no country can do trade with it, and the other didn't get that, and then had like 1 million people wiped out in a war that did not even need to happen.
Kim Jong-il invented the hamburger.
Oh, wow.
He called it the double bread with meat. That guy is good with names. He's like Seinfeld, like very creative when you're naming things.
Very good with the naming. I mean, that's what they do.
Yeah.
I mean, never had a hamburger, so I don't know. It's like
again, he's saying that he's inventing things that you guys don't even know what the hell it is.
yeah,
Like,
so people have no idea what that is.
you're like, of course you did, buddy. Who would eat meat between bread? Right?
Yeah, you get executed for eating beef. in North
Between Kim Jong-un or Kim Jong-il and Yeonmi Park, I don't know who to believe less. All I'm learning from her is that North Koreans love embellishing. They love it. They can't stop doing it. That's the only two people I know from North Korea, and both of them love lying. Wait, did she say you get executed for eating beef? What?
Eat meat between bread.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you get executed for eating beef in North Korea.
Okay. She lies more. Yeah, no. One is more believable than the other. That's awesome. Come on, dude. This is fire. This is one of my favorite. This is another one of my favorite videos of hers. God, she's glowing, dude.
We get executed because in North Korea, every classroom, every room have the portraits of dictators. Kim Il-sung, Kim Jong-il, Kim Jong-un, and their wife. In the middle of the night, the officers kick your door and come and with a cloth and wipe the portrait. If there's a tiny bit dust gathered on that portrait,
executed.
That's how you end up getting executed.
Oh, it's so good. Come on, man. It's good as fuck. That shit is so good.
Because your royalty was not good enough. And when you...
Bro, I know some of you keep coming in here and going, Sunday fun day. We're talking about this, but this shit is hilarious, dog. I'm sorry.
In a concentration camp, the first thing that you cannot do is why you are there. If you are asking them, why did I end up in a concentration camp? They execute you on the spot. And now, with Kim Jong-un, he decided that even bullets are too precious for the people of North Korea. He using this method of hotboxing. In a metal box, put a human being in there, and let them drain to death. That's how it kills people now in the 21st century.
Situation like this, like now, you know what I'm saying? Now you have the
What
rule.
would you say is the potential for actual harm she might cause? I mean, it's literally negligible because everybody lies about North Korea. The entire media apparatus lies about North Korea. And ultimately, what more harm can you do to North Korea that America hasn't done already? That America doesn't continue to do to North Korea? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, what are we going to do? Fucking starve them? Oh, wait, we do that already. You know what I mean? It's like she's just on a long line of like many grifters that greatly embellish their stories about how fucking devastating the realities are. She's just one individual that is like a drop in the bucket. You know what I mean? All she's doing, and she's actually a little bit smarter than other people because like she immediately, like there's a big market for people that say like North Korea is horrifying, right? And there are plenty of very real harrowing realities from North Korea, obviously. So there's truth to it as well. But you get bored after a while of hearing the same shit. So what she does instead that I think is like pretty smart is she'll turn around and basically say like, and America is just like North Korea because of liberals. And that's like her thing. 2015, but still pretty relevant. Yeah, I mean, this is what it is. When North Koreans go to South, some go professional. Yeah, they can't get jobs. There are a lot of people who just can't get fucking jobs because they're defectors and they get shit on, they get owned. And you know, living conditions in South Korea aren't exactly great, especially if you can't find fucking a job. So you just have to lie, or you will go into like the North Korean defector job, basically. That's it. It's like perfectly understandable that they do that. Foreign policy. Everyone in China is under arrest. Experts at the Very Rich Guy Foundation in Washington, D.C. estimate the total number of detainees in China's sprawling network of prison camps could be as high as everyone. Even the prison camp guards have all been thrown into prison camps, said a source. The CCP did not trust them. The entire CCP is also in the camps. They arrested themselves too. Even President Xi Jinping could not escape the merciless crackdown. Sources report that police, who later arrested each other, took Xi from his home Saturday night and then... What this says about the future of China. China could be collapsing any moment now because everyone's in prison.